Say have fun in your podcast. Say I love you.
I love you.
Welcome back to the Negroraguan Podcast. I am one half of the I-70 Connect, which consists of myself and the KC Stork. Unfortunately, the KC Stork is not able to join me for this one, but that's okay. This episode is going to be a real special one because it just really is about myself, 30 Pieces of Silver, and just dealing with parenting. And there's a message that I want to put out there. Me and the KC Stork, we created this podcast to create, as many of you know already, it's to create a platform for ourselves to provide and to have a record of our dealings and how we feel about certain things or whatnot, and provide a platform for others to basically just kind of like put out their feelings or whatnot. And that's also part of the discussion that we've had within our podcast is throughout the years is it allows us, while we do discuss other topics, one of the things that we do focus on or try to focus on from time to time is mental health, and especially being men of color. There's certain, just within our communities, there's certain aspects that we don't really deal with or handle well. I'm a Latino, and within our communities ourselves, like we don't really discuss these topics very often. And one of the things is because there's the perception that it makes you feel soft, or, for lack of better word, you're a pussy, just suck it up and carry on or whatnot. But but with that being said, that's hopefully where there's a shift that is trying to change that or whatnot. But nonetheless, this episode, I really just wanted to focus on parenting and how it has affected me from before having my first child and how it is. But before and going forward, how it has affected me. But before that, many of you have listened to me and listened to us actually talk about our kids from time to time, and just kind of how that growth progression has happened within the last couple of years that we've talked. The KC Stork, I love him to death for many reasons, but he does have a lot of kids, and his kids range in ages. So he has a lot of information, advice, and parenting experiences that he can offer, especially to me, because I'm learning. I'm a new parent, a relatively new parent, and there are things that I'm still learning. And one of those things that I've learned is just that you're going to do things and you're going to raise your kids the best way that you can. You may not always get it right the first time, but no one said that you can't make mistakes along the way, as long as you just improve on them and grow from it. One of the things that we don't do, it's just trial by error, really. And that's just something that me and my wife have embraced within our son Logan, and how we raise him, basically, and how we discipline him and how we teach him. And I'm fortunate that I have other friends that have kids around the same same age group, age range, that we can kind of bounce ideas off each other, and or we can just observe each other and we could see, okay, that works for you, but that may not work for me. And that's really the best way that we've really felt that has worked for us. I'm not saying that that's going to work for everybody else going forward. It may not even work with the next kid that we have, next child that we have, but that's just going forward. It just never be, just kind of keep an open mind of how it is, especially with us dealing with mental health and behavioral health. Because kids do affect us, and how we feel and how we act and how we speak does affect your children. I mean, our son right now is at that prime age that he's just a big old sponge right now, and he's absorbing, and he repeats a lot of the stuff that we do. Whether I say a word or whatnot. The other day, my son just said, a few things, and we looked at each other. We're like, where did you hear that from? It wasn't nothing bad, but we know that he's already starting to absorb a lot of the stuff, that's a lot of the information that's out here in this world or whatnot. So we have to be kind of cautious of how we introduce him to certain things. Now, I'm not opposed to just introducing him to ratchet stuff and stuff, things that I was exposed to when I was a kid. But at the same time, I also want to make sure that I don't expose them too fast, too soon, or whatnot. But again, those are just that's just how. Only time is gonna tell if we got it right or whatnot. But even then, time may not even tell us that we got it completely right, and we're always gonna go back and look and reflect on how what we did and what we could have done better. Because even to this day, my mom consistently tells me what she should have done. She consistently gives me advice of like, hey, these are the things that I did, this and that, but it didn't work. But maybe you should consider doing it this way. That being said, that prompted me a lot to reflect back on a lot of things, especially when with my son. I can't really put it to words what it feels to have to become a parent and to be a parent, and being a father for someone, for a kid. And, that's real special. And I can only just try to put it into words and to kind of just how I feel and how it's make me feel on a personal level. And going forward, that being said, I do want to say something to my son, Logan Javier Mejia, because I do want us to record and have and capture the memories, an audio memory of how we feel about certain things and everything, and certain topics or whatnot, and maybe how we change. One thing has remained constant, and that is that I've always wanted to do this for you. I don't want to wait any longer than I need to, because I know one day you are going to listen to this. I'm not going to restrict you from it, and you're going to be your own person and your own man. And eventually you're going to have little ones by yourself on your own. But until then, you are my little man. You are my little man. You've always been my little man. You are my first child. You will always be my first child. And you're going to have a special place in my heart. As I look at the pictures right now, from the last almost 4 years that you've been in my life, I've noticed that I've grown, not only as a person, as a man, as a husband, as a brother, as a just a human being. You've exposed me to a lot of things. I know that you're supposed to be absorbing, and we're the ones that mommy and daddy are the ones that are supposed to be teaching you things, but not. And I was prepared to do that, but I didn't realize how much teaching you were gonna be doing to us. I just want to thank you. I know you're 3. You're going to turn 4 December 1st, and I know right now you don't understand it, but I want to tell you thank you. Thank you for coming into my life, into our life. Thank you for being the best son that you can be, the best kid that you can be. Thank you for always smiling. Every picture that we've had, we've always seen you smile. I don't understand. I still can't understand where that smile comes from. But it just lets me know that we might be doing something correctly. And I chose your name. We chose your name, Logan. And up until the way your name was chosen was, we had several names picked out when we narrowed it down to the top 4, excuse me. And me and your mom didn't realize what your name was going to be. We knew your middle name was going to be Javier. That's my middle name. And I want you to be an individual, so your first name was going to do just that. And I still remember me and your mom, being in the basement. Me, your mom, and Max being in the basement the night before you were born. And we looked at each other, and me and your mom, we embraced the last evening, the last night that we would be, the last night of not being a parent. We were excited, we were nervous, we were scared, we were all of that. But we were really, truly excited. We knew that we wanted you. We've always wanted you. And you were going to be special. Your family on both sides, on my side, on your side, they were really anticipating you, as we were. That evening we barely slept. We were down, like I said, we were down in the basement. We were watching a couple movies, a couple videos, just kind of going over stuff. And we even discussed certain things about how it was going to be and this and that. But overall, we were happy and excited for you. We couldn't wait. So the morning that we went in and that you were born, your abuelita was able to fly in and be there for your birth. And I know that holds a real connection to her heart closely. And she calls you her little prince, el príncipe. And she really loves you. And then your tia, my sister, you are her first nephew from my side. And so you hold a special place in our heart. And on your mom's side, on your other family, they extremely love you. I think they were circling, even though we told them to kind of just, wait until you were born, because they live an hour away, just to, that way, because we didn't know how it was going to go or whatnot. So we didn't want them to kind of spend a lot of time in the waiting room. So we just told them to wait for us to give her the signal, this and that. But like anything else, they don't really listen. We're not really going to be able to stop them from doing what they were going to do. They were excited, so I don't blame them. Anyhow, they were basically circling and driving around Topeka until we gave them the word that you were born and that we were ready to receive visitors or whatnot. So And that's when your abuelita came, your grandma came, your papa came, your Uncle Ross, Uncle Brant, Aunt Melissa, Aunt Lou, and all your nephew, all your cousins came, and they just welcomed you to this world with us. But it's always been a special day. And your name your name was chosen before you were on the drive back on the drive there. We decided. So when they asked us at the registration what was the child's name, they were surprised that we already had it. And Logan was a strong name. It's it's gonna make you an individual. And we both love it. But like I said before, I just wanted to get on and record and tell you thank you. Obviously for being born, for being here, being part of our life going forward. And I want to tell you that I love you. I'm always going to love you. I'm going to be your disciplinarian, but I'm also going to be your father. And that's my favorite part of this whole thing is you've allowed me to be a father. It's not something that I've had in my life, and it's not something that I can pick from my experience, but I'm learning it as I go as well. And you being the first one, you've allowed me to grow as a parent, grow as a father. And I want to say thank you for that. And I love you. I'm never going to stop hugging you. I'm never going to stop giving you kisses. And I can't wait to what you become. Mom and Dad can't wait to see what you become. Because I do feel and genuinely feel that you're going to do great things. We're going to try to do our best to make you the best human being that you can possibly be, regardless of whatever you do or choose to be in. Okay? Mom and Dad are always going to love you and support you. But that being said, though, you are my first. You will always be my first. And we are, like, this Halloween is approaching. And Halloween is my favorite time of the year. I enjoy that day. And this is the last Halloween that you're going to be our only child. As you already know, Mommy is pregnant with your sibling. And that, to me, I wanted to make sure I capture this for you, because this is the last time. In the next couple months, everything's going to be a first and the last for us, in the sense that this will be your birthday's coming up. This is the last Halloween that you're going to have with Mom and Dad. The next birthday is going to be your last birthday that you'll be with Mom and Dad only. After that, you will be a brother. You already are a brother. And you're going to have a little brother that you're going to look after. You guys may not enjoy yourselves or whatnot at first, but I know you're excited. But I want you to know that you've made me comfortable. You've allowed me to grow and be comfortable being a parent and a father, that I'm not scared, nervous for the next one. So while I learned with you and we learned together, the next kid's because of you, the next kid's gonna get a better version of me. And you're going to get that better version too. So I thank you for that. And I can't wait for us to meet the new child. That being said, we've known that we shared it before, and I had to be comfortable enough, and we had to wait a little bit longer this time. And yes, we are pregnant, and we are going to have another child. And we it's going to be another boy. So, and the name's already been picked out. Actually, your name was already picked out long before you were even conceived. That's just how we went. We said, but just like I want to thank Logan. I thank Logan with everything that he's done for me, and that he's going to continue to do for me. Because parents, we always do everything for you guys, but at the same time, we don't always acknowledge that what you guys do for us, what our children do for us, what they allow us to do, and that is to grow as a person, as a human being, as a parent. And our next child, our next son, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to our family. I want to welcome you to our home with open arms. And I want to welcome you, or introduce you to your brother Logan. Logan has allowed me, because of him, you're going to get a better version of me. A better version of mommy, a better version of daddy, or better prepared, not necessarily a better version, but is a better prepared. We won't freak out when you roll over. We won't freak out if you like sleep on your belly or whatnot. We won't freak out by putting a lot of stuffed animals in your crib. We won't freak out if you, for like 2 seconds, don't move in the car seat. There'll be a lot of firsts for you as well, on our behalf. It'll be the first time that we would genuinely have to divide our attention to, because at the same time, when you are we want to make sure that you get all the love that you deserve, and you get all the love and attention that you deserve, as well as Logan gets the love and attention that he deserves as well. So that's going to be a challenge for mommy and daddy to get through together. But I'm confident that others have done it before us, and others will do it after us. That's something that we can do. But if you're anything like Logan, we would gladly do anything for you. So I just want to welcome you to our home, to our family, and introduce you to your amazing brother. That he already is excited for you and can't wait to meet you. And I also want to say, the moment that I heard your heartbeat, like I completely broke down. I got back home. Actually, when I heard your heartbeat at the clinic with your mom, I kept it together. You know what I'm saying? I held it in. But when I got back home, I was working on the audio, because I want to record it, and I wanted to save it, so I could create like a little slide for you, just like I did with Logan when I created a slide for him on his birthday. I want to record and document, going forward from the beginning, so we could share it later on. So I was working on the audio for your heartbeat. And as I was transferring it over from the phone to the computer, it played accidentally, and I heard it again. And I was just overwhelmed with emotion. And tears came down, but it wasn't sad tears. It was just tears of joy. And I realized, and I sent it to your abuelita, and I sent it to her, and she called me, and I was choked up, tears in my eyes and everything. And I realized that while Logan is special and was special and is going to be special, I really underestimated how special our second child was going to be. And for that, I apologize. But at the same time, I'm glad that the excitement was still there, the emotion was there. I'm glad, because that lets me know that you're going to be special and you're going to have a special heart place in my heart, in our heart as well. So that was that. Like, it really, I was really taken aback from how, because I thought it was just gonna be, oh, it's our second child, this is that, you know. But no, you're going to be just as special, and I'm going to continue to learn from you, as much as possible. And I hope that you allow us to be your parents, and for me to be your father. And being a father to you and Logan is going to be the greatest thing that I've ever done. Whether I accomplish anything else after that, that's just butter and gravy. Knowing my background and everything else, you guys are are going to be my greatest accomplishment, because I'll be able to pass down, and you won't be able to say that you don't have a father. I will do everything I can within my power to be there for you for as long as I can, and for your future siblings. But I just wanted to take a little bit of time, a little bit of solo time, and just talk to Logan a little bit and talk to you and tell you that we love you. I love you both. Thank you both for allowing me to be a father, and allowing me to be a parent. And I know the listeners out there, I don't know as many of you, if you can relate or whatnot, but being a parent, it's a wonderful thing. It's not something to be taken for granted. And I'm learning every day. And I love the memories that we created with our son. And I'm going to love the memories that I'll create with our next son. And we're going to create as a family. So with that being said, I love you both. And I can't wait for both of you all to meet each other. And then for us to continue to grow as a family and create new memories. And now for the message to the person that truly, truly, truly is special to me for many reasons. And that is your mom. She holds the burden of carrying both of you. She's done a great job. She will do a great job. And I know with all the discomforts and the sleepless nights and the crankiness and the mood changes, sometimes she doesn't want to be held. Sometimes she does want to be held. Sometimes she just wants a massage. I know that she enjoys every bit of the pregnancy, because there's the connection that you and your mom and your mommy will have. And I can never replicate that, but all I could do is just be there for you guys. But to my wife, like, I love you. I tell you that every day, and I say it, and when I say it, I mean it. And I can't wait for you to be a mom again, a 2-time mom. I know you're going to be great. We're going to be great. And you'll be wonderful. And I'll be there to support you in anything and everything that you do. And I'm glad that I met you. I'm glad that I'm part of your family. I'm glad that you're part of my family. I'm glad that you allow me to be your husband. because that's something that I didn't think I was gonna have. It's gonna happen to me, but when I met you, I really didn't have a question. I really didn't have a doubt. As we got together and when our relationship continued to grow, and we've experienced a different, it just became more clear and clear. I still remember when I asked for your hand in marriage, and your dad, he he didn't hold back the tears. He showed his emotion, and your mom showed her emotion, and your grandma showed her emotion. That let me know that they too had accepted me as part of their family. And my mom and my family, they've accepted you too, and they love you for many reasons. And primarily is because, one, you love me and you care about me, but also because you have given them grandchildren, nephews, to look after. And you allowed our family to continue to grow that much bigger. But I know you've dealt with a lot of things, and I know that the last 10 years we've gotten married, we live together. We haven't always done everything the orthodox way. We've done everything on our own terms. And we're going to continue to do it on our own terms. And I'm always going to respect you. And I'm always going to respect your opinion. And I'm always going to support you, regardless of how I may feel about things. Because you're not only my best friend, you're not only my wife, you're not only my partner in life, really. You're the mother of my children. And regardless of everything else, that holds, as special as our children are to each of us, the person that carries our children holds that much more respect too, deserves that much respect too. And for that, I thank you. And I can't wait for you to be a mom again. I know you're going to love our children and our future children. And so all I really hope is just to be there for you all and show you guys the respect and love and attention that you all deserve. And thank you for allowing me to be part of all of this as I grow. You know my background, babe. You know that I didn't have that father figure, and I don't blame that. But because of that, maybe is the reason why I look forward to doing the things with our kid. I look forward to meeting our new child. So, but thank you. And I would always respect your opinion. But anyway, like I was saying, we have done everything the way we wanted in our terms. So, and I wanted to just get on and record this solo. I didn't know how I was going to go, but I just wanted to say, tell Logan, thank you. Thank you for what you've done for me, for us, the last 3.5 years. I'm going to continue doing for us. And thank you for being so open about your brother you're going to meet in a couple months. I know you're going to be great. And to your brother, can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to hold you. Can't wait till you meet Logan, your brother. He's so excited. And to my wife, thank you for just being you. Thank you for being hard on me sometimes. Thank you for being wonderful to me. And then thank you for allowing me to be myself with all the mistakes, errors that I make or whatnot. Just thank you for allowing me to even learn from them or whatnot. I've never cheated on you. I've never done anything like that. I've never caused you any harm or anything like that. But just as a person, I know that, I make mistakes as far as like decisions, whether I buy a riding more or whether I buy a push more. You allow me to indulge in some of the things. Even though you didn't agree to buy the riding more, you respected me enough to allow me to do it, even though you went against it. But you allow me to do it and learn from it. I may not get a riding more ever again, but I'll take care of the one that I have now, and it's easier on my back. So thank you, babe. I don't always have many great ideas, but you're there to bring me back down from cloud 9 and bring me back down to reality. So, and I thank you for that. And then going forward, I think this is just going to be a wonderful experience that I'll be able to pull from and maybe hopefully touch on bases here and there. But overall, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for giving me this, for listening me go ramble on and giving something back to my family so that they could go back and listen to. I mean, I hope that in a couple months that I'm able to do another solo one that, and give and provide another emotional feedback show as far as when our next child is born. But until then, thank you all for giving me your ears. Thank you all for listening. I love you, Logan. I love you, little man, both guys. You both guys, I love you guys. Mommy's going to take care of both of you guys. Daddy's going to be there to support mommy and dad and mommy and you guys with love, attention, anything you guys need me to do. I will do it for you all. And I can't wait to hold you both in my arms and take the first picture. Because you guys are going to be my little man going forward. Even though you're going to probably be taller than me, you'll always be my little man. I love you both. I love you, babe. Thank you, everybody, for listening, for hearing. This is the Negroraguan Podcast. This is a 30 Piece of Silver solo. Thank you to KC Store for all your support while we do this. And I look forward to continuing our podcast going forward. And I know we both have a lot to give. We may not always live an exciting life, and we may not have exciting things to say. But nonetheless, some of that stuff has to be unloaded. This is that platform that was created for us to unload on and to document our audios and for us to share with our family and loved ones. So thank you.